Hey guys, and welcome back to the Casual Word and Casual Word Radio, where we continue our endeavor to change the world one word at a time. I'm your host, Langley, and I'm super excited to have Ron Broussard here. He and I have connected on social media. Ron, man, thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. It's truly a pleasure, man. And I have to say, this is aligned with spirit because my chakras are just tingling. So this is going to be a great conversation, man. I look forward to it.
Fantastic. So, guys, he and I have only spoken a few times via Messenger, but I've been following him on social media, and he's always got positive encouragement, uplifting. He's always really involved in his community. I think you're in Knoxville, correct?
I am actually in Duluth, Georgia. It's out in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know if maybe we had talked about that at one point. Perhaps maybe in the past. I know this has been several years in the making, I guess, between our schedules.
Definitely.
I'm just excited. And you've got a kind of a mantra or a company is Stretch Yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, Stretch Yourself is my brand. My company is Entheos Consulting Group. And what we do is we try to provide positive training and mindful training to corporations and organizations so that they're able to build teams, explode sales, and maintain that work-life balance and that diversity that's well needed in organizations and companies. So I deal strictly on the relationship, on the mind aspect of how we label each other, how we try to fit in those things. So in order for you to build that relationship culture, you have to understand that, acknowledge it, and be aware of it. So that's what I do.
Oh man, that's terrific. And you're definitely right about falling in line, because that's what I'm passionate about. We changing the way that we think and how we perceive information and perceive each other, and how we then interact with one another.
Definitely. Most times we don't do that. We go off of habitual things, and those habitual things, what I mean by that is we've learned it from our parents. We've had those examples before. So those are the examples that we have in our life, that we have the perception instead of us seeking it out for ourselves. I was blessed and fortunate for my dad and my mom, because they taught me. They was like, hey, listen, this is what happened with me, but make your own decision. I'm sharing my experience so you'll understand that I've been through what you're going through, but you're going to learn in a different way. Don't take my perception. And most people take that perception and they make that their reality.
Absolutely. And, you run into a situation where some people's parents, actually project that perception on them as the status quo, right? As the only acceptable way to move forward in life.
And we do that. We are, as humans, having this spiritual experience. We do that. We migrate into groups. We always want to feel like we belong. But in order for you to find your purpose in life, or in order for you to find your passion, you have to step outside of what's normal, that you think that's normal, and really pursue what's here and say, who am I at a person? Like, not the labels, not the titles that we give each other. Who am I? When you sit back and you really ponder and you meditate on that, you'll find out you're a person that loves something, or you're a person that's passionate about this. You have certain things that make your heart sing. Those are the things you're on this earth to make an impact for.
Absolutely. And you have to, when you start talking about your purpose and you start talking about the things that you want to accomplish, you have to take that step away and remove those labels and have that introspective look at yourself. And you say, what is it that I want to do, and what is it? You talk about your circle. And one thing that I had mentioned before was that your new circle and your previous circle cannot exist together. And you've got to move out of one.
Yes.
If you want to be successful in the new one.
Yes. You got me shocked at saying. So, just to explain that, I'm just to explain very simply, I'm very, very intuitive. I'm an empath, meaning that, I connect with people based on emotion. I follow my intuition because it's right. And I don't even hesitate on it. I know it's right because, again, like my chakras, and I've had some great blessings that over the past 6 months that I've learned about myself, that my mom had taught me about, that now I'm really dialing into. I'm like, whoa, my mom really made sense about these things and about what she said. So you'll hear me talk about that. I don't care what people think. God, your higher power, whatever you believe in, if that's what's going to make you bring that purpose up out of you, I'm all for that. But on that aspect of, those perceptions, when you have those perceptions, and it's great to have them, but when you have that experience for yourself and then you define yourself based on that, and going back to that question about saying, who am I? The who am I is for you to go back and really meditate, really connect with nature. Here's where people miss the big picture. We're not supposed to be separated. We are supposed to be together. That's why they keep us divided during this pandemic time. And I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to explain how that human connectionness helps you find your purpose. So when you go out into nature and you connect with spirit, and what I mean by going out in nature, go out to nature, take your shoes off, walk in the grass like you used to do when you was a kid. Why do you think we have so much energy? Because again, once you make that connection to Earth, which is Mother Earth, then you have that connection with the sun, which gives you that energy. We, as we get older, because we're always in the house all the time and we're always doing these things and we don't walk on the grass, when we go to the sun, we get tired, right? We're like, oh man, I'm tired. But you haven't made that connection. You haven't connected, whether going to the beach or just walking in your yard. You haven't made that connection because that connection gives you that energy. That's finding who you are in this space, in this orb that's spinning in the world called Earth. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Once you calm yourself down, then those things are going to come up. Because when you're calm and the noise is gone, and you may say it's meditation, you may say it's prayer. Everybody has different ways of setting their intentions of what they want.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they need to do is just set that intention and just write it out. Just say, who am I? Because you're not your emotions. You're not. Your emotions, you attach your emotions to a situation. And that's what makes you have that memory and that identity to say, oh man, I remember that because this happened to me. Right. Or a song that, you think of a place where you had the most fun. I can almost tell you 99.9% of the time, you know what you was doing, you know what you was wearing, you know the clothes you was wearing, you know the music that was playing, because everything's connected to what? That emotion.
That's right.
You use that memory to connect to that emotion. The same way for you to find out who you are. Those things, when you're silent, starts to bubble up. When they start to bubble up, I tell everyone, right, man, when you write it down, that's 80% of everything that you're going to manifest.
Well, it becomes tangible. We talk about that quite often. And not only, I'm working on a book now talking about the wilderness and my experience in the wilderness. You talk about separating yourself, finding that quiet space, right? And removing that noise. I think about the story of Zacchaeus. I always talk about that with a lot of my youth, is that, change comes from a place that is uncomfortable. But in order to start to create change, you first have to remove yourself, right, from that comfort zone. And sometimes that's your peer group. Sometimes that's your sphere of influence. And that's how you begin to start to quiet all of that to be able to find yourself. That's paramount, guys, as everybody who's listening and who watch this later, that's why we talk about the wilderness being a place of importance. Now, you may not want to go there, but I can guarantee you'll always need that time whenever that time is available to you, whenever whether you decide to go on your own or you end up there through other means. It's going to be a place of clarity. It's going to be a place of reflection. It's going to be a place where you can elevate. And like Ron was saying, writing it down is paramount. I have what we call like a prosperity list. So all the things that I want to see happen, all the things that I want, they're all written down. I get up and I speak them out every day. We talk about both of those things running in tandem so that you create that energy in the atmosphere, right, for those things to happen.
Definitely. And when you write those things down, and I'm going to give you guys a really quick rapid manifestation course, if that's okay with you. I want to give you something very, very quick. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to run in and get something.
Guys, I hope you guys are already enjoying this.
This is a treat. This is going to be an awesome treat.
So we are getting ready to get the crash course, the manifestation course, guys. And this is paramount because manifestation is exactly what it sounds like. This is turning your thoughts into your reality. We talk about that quite often. So while he's going to get whatever he's going to show us, the surprise here, just bear in mind that the manifestation portion is taking your thoughts, taking those desires and making them a reality and shifting your reality into what you want to see. Now, Fatty's back.
Man, guys, so this, I want to show you this because this is, like my guy says, is paramount. It's so important. But the funny thing about it is so easy. And then when you realize this, you're going to be like, man, I can't even believe this. Now, first thing you have to do is, like we was talking about, is write it down. Now, when you write it down, this is very key. You're going to write down the end result of what you want to happen. So you say, I want $10,000 for this, how it's going to impact you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then set a date. Put a date on it. You can schedule it out for 5 years. You can schedule it out for 3 years, whatever you want to. You can do it for 3 months if you want to. Because here's what's going to happen. Whatever you put on that date, you're going to always manifest it earlier. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I'm on TikTok, so you guys can go out there and see me. I'm out there having fun on TikTok, and I'm giving positivity in a fun way. So I set my intentions, and I told my daughter, I said, listen, Daddy's going to have 10,000 followers before his birthday. And I started that probably about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. My birthday just passed. 2 weeks ago, before my birthday, I hit over 10,000 fans.
Look at that. And happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thanks, man. But it's organic. It's organic fans. I didn't ask for new fans. I didn't go to Facebook and say, hey, look, I'm on TikTok. I didn't go to Instagram and say I'm on TikTok. I generated new fans. So what am I saying? I set my intentions and I stay consistent and I let it go. We don't let go. This is probably the biggest thing because we don't have faith in ourselves. We write it. We believe about as far as that goes, but we don't let it go and then give gratitude. So your morning routine should be looking at your goals, looking at what you have, and then you're going to visualize the end result. End result meaning, how would you feel? Your feelings. How would you feel? What would you do that day? Everything done. What would you do? Oh, man. Wow. And really go into it because you have to understand your mind does not know reality from what is physical.
Right.
It does not know it. It's only knowing it based off of what you're getting it. Just think that as a supercomputer. You're just giving it information. So if you're giving it that doubt, guess what? It's going to manifest more doubt.
That's
so
right.
Have faith in yourself and say, I have confidence in my will to make this manifest. I've done some incredible stuff. I've helped my clients do some incredible stuff with that. Now, once you write it down, and I mean, when I say clear, be clear.
Yes.
You want to put it in categories because this is your, like, look at my hand. And then I'm going to show you what I have, the gift I have for you guys. So your hand right here, this is relationship right here. So relationships in your business, relationships in your finances, relationships in your company. I mean, in your career, if you have a career, relationship with yourself, and then your relationship with others. Because these two right here, if your relationship is good with yourself, you're going to manifest some wonderful relationships because you're attracting what you reflect.
That's right.
Does that make sense? All right. Okay. So what I have for you guys, and I have two gifts. I'm giving one now, and I'm going to give you guys one because this is my birthday month. So this is my new rapid manifestation. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, man.
It's my new rapid manifestation vision board. And this, oh my God, it's been tested and it's been proven. I've been using it. And if you have faith within yourself, it's going to happen even more stronger. If you don't have faith in yourself, it's still going to happen. Let me turn this way because I'm starting to get into the sun. There we go. It's still going to happen, right? Is it turned the right way so you can see it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. So in the middle is your passion, your business, your goals, everything that I told you about, writing it down. Now, this is designed in feng shui too as well. So it flows with your chi. So when you go up here, how are you going to make an impact? right here. You're going to go here. How are you going to make an impact in the community based on what you're doing? Look over here. What does that say?
Self-love.
Self-love. So here's the key. People put in there, I want to have a good relationship with my wife. I want to have a good relationship with my friend or whoever it may be, man, woman, child, whatever. You have to only have a relationship with yourself. You can't control someone else.
That's
so
right.
This is what people miss the point. I missed the point, and I had an epiphany because I went silent. Then, here you go, giving back or paying forward. Me, I vowed to myself, I will help anyone that asks me, and I would no questions asked. If they need help and I feel like I need to help them, I help them. Then here you have your travel. How are you going to travel? What are you going to do when you accomplish those things? This is what's in your bank account. Like, what do you want to have in your bank account? Money, investment, real estate, those things. Now, here we go. We're coming around the circle. This here is knowledge. What type of personal development? I do a seminar or at least a webinar every quarter because you want to keep sharp. If you don't keep sharp, you can't stay sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're looking at your health and fitness. Your health and fitness. Anything, where do you want to be in your health and fitness? And it's not about you working out, it's about living a lifestyle because This is your lifestyle.
Yes.
And then the last thing on the top is your material because we don't care about material, but guess what? When you're doing all these awesome things, the material is going to come. So pick your toys.
That's it. You know, and that's part of the world that we live in.
So if you design it just like this, all of this comes when you start with yourself. All of this manifests when you start with yourself. Is that amazing?
Man, I love that. I'm gonna need a copy of that in my email.
Okay, so
I can put
if
that
anybody
up.
wants a copy of it, I have a copy of it. If anybody downloads this, when you plug in with my guy, guess what? He's giving it to you for free because I'm going to send it to him. So if you guys plug in with him, subscribe, plug into his channel, like him, follow him on Facebook, I will definitely send it to you guys. Send it to him so he can give it to you guys for free. Now, information is just information. You can only use it if you're working with it, right?
That's right.
As I was telling him, this is my birthday month, so I always do giveaways. So right now, I have a special for this course. I will guide you through this whole thing. We will do a year together, $97 online course, and you have me to coach you throughout this entire year. But I can almost assure you, you'll probably have me for about 3 to 6 months because when it starts manifesting, you go.
That's it.
I'm that type of coach that I don't hold on. I bless and release because it's a beautiful thing. And you're going to always come back to me and you're going to always have that guidance and instruction. So I'll make sure I provide that link to you in the bio too as well. So you can have that. It's going on for the month of June until June is over because this is my new year. This is my new year to make things happen. So
that's it. And you said just so many remarkable things that were confirmation of several things that I've been talking about here on this show, here with other people, in some calls that I'm on. And so, you know, we talk about being in alignment, and when you're in alignment, you know, not only with yourself, when you're in alignment with whatever it is that you believe in, right, whatever that faith system is, that you start to be aligned with the right kind of people. So guys, as you're seeing this firsthand, you see, as you follow the people that I've had on, you follow myself, that a lot of these things are things that you've heard already. And it's not because there's not value. It's because that we all believe that when you're moving in this way, this is why we talk to you guys about this, that these things do happen. And we're both living proof of the way that you can manifest the life that you want to see. We talk about visualization. We talk about speaking it out. We talk about, you know, writing those things down. Those are all actions. And really what we're getting at, the crux of all of this, is that we talk about faith without works. But what is work? Work is action. So you can believe it, but you got to put all the action behind it.
Yes. And you know, every medium that is out there, you know, is for you to have that strength. It resonates with your spirit. So understand, we're not out here trying to knock any type of religion, spirituality, or anything like that. Only thing that we're saying is there's some commonalities. Like he said, with faith without work is dead. You have to put the work in. You have to put in. The work may be just you setting those intentions. What you're doing is not just actual work. The way they say it is just that way. The work is the discipline, the meditation, the gratitude, the appreciation for where you are, the being present. That's the work.
That's it.
It's
Being
hard work.
intentional.
Yes, it's hard work because you're working on you.
Yeah.
You are working on you. It's hard work. But guess what? All those things, like Langley said, when you make a decision, side is Latin for to cut off. So when you make a decision, you've already decided to cut off something. So when you cut off something, you're making room for something more to come in your life.
That's
and
it.
that means you have to take that next action. The next action is going to allow those things and then just release it, let it flow, let go. We try to control every aspect of the process. We only have to just set the intention, decide, and then just let go and allow God, your higher power, the universe, energy, whatever you talk about, manifest it. But
Yeah,
we
that's
try to
it.
control. Not only do we try to say, hey, God, I want this, but this is God. This is how the way I want it. God's not going to give it to you that way. They're not going to give it to
Man,
you the way
I
you want it.
just talked about that. How long did it take you to get to that point where it was like, okay, you know what? I'm turning loose of the reins. I'm letting go of the steering wheel.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I just let go of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And the reason being is I tried so hard. And I'm speaking from experience, guys. I'll let you know right now, I'm going through a divorce. I tried so hard to make this work. I tried so hard. And you gotta, I'm not upset and I'm not even sad. Look at the smile on my face. I understand that there's growth in your relationship. And if you're not growing as a unit, then you're gonna grow apart. It's okay, guys. Yeah, it's okay. That's that emotional, this is what I call my ego. That's that me trying to control everything and you cannot. Here I am, a guy that writes books on relationships and I can't even work on my own because guess what? I allowed ego to get into play with that. Oh, I can fix this myself. I can do this. You can't control everything. I'm using that as an example because when you let go, everything flows. As a result of me letting go and saying, hey, I learned about my wife's behavior. I learned that it wasn't me. Because I let go, I learned that it wasn't me. And I learned a lot of different things. And I said, okay, I have grown. We have grown, and it's okay. Now, are we friends? Yes. Are we amicable? Very much so, right? Going through this separation process. I'm not having any drama or anything because I've allowed everything to flow. Here's how things flow. I met someone that is exactly what I need in my life, very, very supportive, knows what I'm going through, and said, hey, listen, no, we're here in this space now. Let's just let go and let's just be present. No perceptions. This is my favorite. No expectations. When she said that, that's a wonderful thing because I don't have to say, okay, we have to push this way in our relationship. We're trying to control everything in this. We have to control everything here. No, I can just let go and allow it to manifest. And it's been. And that's why I said, man, this rapid manifestation course that I created is called Stretch Moments to Achievement. I'll be sending you the link. Man, it's going to help you guys. I can almost guarantee you in 30 days, you're going to see a total difference in the way you see yourself,
everything,
and being present in this world. Because it's about you being present. It's not about you anticipating. You can't anticipate. That's where you get the anxiety and stress.
Right.
When you're worrying about things that happened in the past, you can't change the past. Where can you be? You just got to be right here in the moment, right here with like me and you. We're not going to get this moment back. Me and you talking right now, giving this great energy, sharing this with all your awesome fans. We're not going to get this back. We're not. So be present and appreciate those people that appreciate you and spread that love and watch what happens in your life. Watch. It's that simple.
And you were saying something about the control. And as you were talking about control, and I thought about control in my life, and I talked to a lot of people about letting go of control, I was thinking about a dam, right? And so when you create control, right, you start to block things, and then once you let go of control, then that flow comes out and things start to move. Right. And that's what we have to work on, guys. And that's why letting go of control is such a positive and powerful thing. I want people to understand that. You know, I think we have this perception that when you let go of control, that you are somehow giving up. And that's not the
Yeah.
case. What you are doing is allowing more to move, because
So
go ahead. No, go
Langley,
ahead. I'm
no,
ready.
no, Langley, listen, guys, I got to give you this nugget. I got to share it because Langley's giving it to you, but he's bouncing around it, and I got to help him. I got to help him spit it out. Listen, when you let go of control, you're still in control. Think about it. When you let go, you have decided to let go and allow it to flow. So you're still in control. Don't resist it. Just let go. You're still in control. Just be happy. And when you see the things happening, man, I'm so thankful and grateful that I let go of this stuff, because, man, it's amazing. This coming to my life. I'll give you guys a perfect example. I'm working with this client right now. She lost her job up in North Carolina in Casher, nice resort, High Hampton. And so I told her, hey, send me your resume. I looked over everything. I said, let me get my people to work on it. They worked on it, sent it back to her. And she was like, well, man, this looks good, but this is not me. And so I told her in the coaching, I said, you have to believe that that's you, because they see that in you. And these are all the things that make you, based on those labels in this world. Yeah, you're right. That's not you. So when you go to an interview, show up and show them who's you. So we submitted her resume day before yesterday. 6 interviews throughout the rest of this week and next week. And everybody's already pitching to her, starting out at $78,000 a year, because she let go. Because she said, okay, I am worthy to receive this. Because I told her, hey, set your intention, put it on your refrigerator, put it on your mirror, so you can just manifest.
Man. And
when she said that, and she was like, oh my God, I can let you read the text. Those are the things that make me feel good, because I've helped someone find their self. And now she's going to get everything that she wanted. Now, let me back it up so I can tell you. She just went through an abusive relationship where a guy was putting his hands on her. Went through a very abusive relationship. The guy took everything that she owned. She said she don't have anything in her home. He took the furniture, all of the crap. And then she lost her job. You see how she was falling? And she was free falling because she was trying to control the guy, running around. She was trying to control his job. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things she was trying to control instead of just letting go and just being. So we're working on that. Everybody has those things. Everybody has those limiting beliefs, but it's our responsibility as guides, as empaths, to show people, just to give them that. And if they're able to stretch themselves outside of what's normal and just say, man, let me just look outside of this and let me just give it a try. I always tell people that, you can't say you don't like something, or you can't say you don't like nobody if you haven't gave them a try. I told that to my niece. You have to give them a try. You have to eat the food. You have to talk to them. You have to do something so that you understand them. And more importantly, so that you can get a sense of their energy, because you're sensing them. We have intuition. We know someone when this guy don't feel right. I don't feel right going here. We have it. We just don't use our superpower.
Yeah.
Use your superpower. You look at Marvel, look at yourself. You got to marvel at what you have yourself.
Man. And you said a couple of things that just really jumped out at me is, when she was going through everything, and similar situation, I've been homeless a couple of times, a lot of things happen. But one thing that is, I think, that transcends no matter what belief system that you're in, is that you can't get more poured in until something pours out, right?
Exactly.
When your cup is full and you're trying to hold on to everything in your cup, you can't get to that next level, and you can't have more poured into you because your cup's already full. So like when we think about our life crumbling and stuff being poured out, that's because it's time to be refilled with something new and something fresh, and the word talks about not being able to put new wine in an old skin. It's the same concept. You got to grow and elevate and change and move. And then the other thing paramount is worthy. Guys, everybody is worthy. You deserve it. You know, it's a matter of you believing that and believing that you are worthy for that next elevation and for that change. And as Ron was saying, you're worthy to stretch yourself into that next level.
So let me give you guys the quick thing, because Langley just brought it up, and I'm going to make sure I enforce what he said. He says you guys are valued and you are worthy. So give me one second. I'm just going to step out of this sun just a bit, and I'm going to tell you why you guys are so worthy. I'm going to give you so many points, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. He did say that, because I am worthy, right? First thing is, you know why you're worthy? You beat millions and millions and millions of cells just to make it here on planet Earth. You are the one. So you came out a winner.
That's it.
From the jump. So you already came out a winner. So what more can you do to further that winning attitude that you have? Number one of millions. Listen, there was a lot, you know, because a woman only has one egg, right? Woman only has one egg. You're only going to have, only one cell's going to make it. So you are one in a million coming out of the gate. You are special. There are unique things inside you because you are supposed to be here. And it is your life's journey to find who you are. So just imagine this. Let's just say, because just for the sake of conversation, let's just say we are all spirits, right? And we're up in heaven. And while we're up in heaven, I'm looking at Langley. I'm like, Langley, man, you seen this new ride? What new ride? Oh, they got this new ride. It's this ride. It's going to Earth. But man, listen, the price is kind of steep, but it's going to be an awesome journey. And so I'm like, Langley, what are you talking about? He's like, well, let me tell you, man. So when you get on this ride, you know, it's going to take you to Earth, but you're going to lose yourself and who you are. And the only thing that's going to guide you back to who you are is your journey. But you're going to get to have emotions. You're going to be to experience wonderful things, but you're going to have to give up that spiritual knowledge of who you are. Man, hey, Langley, that sounds like a ride I'll go on. Let's go. Just imagine that. So you're here on this earth going through these experiences and you're wondering why these things are happening to me. And I'm not saying things are destined. I'm saying they're decided based on your decisions on how you want to live and how you want to live your life and manifest the life that you want to live. That is all I'm saying. Take the story the way you want it. Because if there is heaven and there's another life and you pop off that ride, I hope you remember me.
Hey, you know, and that's
like,
it.
Oh my God, I can't
because
believe
that's I talked about this yesterday. You know, even the practical sense, right? Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's simply exchanged, right? And it's transferred. So that's all we're doing, just transferring energy. And so, guys, what energy you put out, right? We talk about the universe and spirits and energy, and everything has energy and vibrations. Whatever you're putting out, there's going to be a reciprocation and you're going to get that energy back. So it's your choice. Back to what Ron was saying, you do have a choice in how you want your life to go. And that's the energy you put out. That's the decisions that you make. And that's the way that you decide to live your life.
And understand, like Langley is saying, if you're together with some great people, like me and Langley are here, he brought up a great Bible quote, you know, and it says, 2 or more gathered, I am in the midst. People say that I am is God. I am is the creation and the manifestation of things. So if you're together with somebody and they're arguing, and you're sitting there arguing with them, and you're sharing your things with them, and they're sharing your things, you're creating what type of energy and vibration around that to bring more of that to you. Because guess what? When 2 or more gathered, I am.
Right.
I am in the midst. So if manifestations in the midst, what do you have to be careful of? Your actions, your words, you gossiping about people, you doing these things. You're being mindful, intentionally mindful of how you display and how you show up in this world. And if you can do that, and if each one of us could do that, each human being that's on this earth, as you know, they used to say human beings. Now they just say humans because they said human beings because we had to be spiritual. This has to be a vessel, but they don't say human beings no more, right? Boom. Let me just throw that out there. But if we all If we all just did our part and just say, I'm going to show up and be the best that I can be in this world. No exceptions, no perceptions, no expectations. This world will be a wonderful place. But we don't do that. We put our expectations and perceptions on others.
Right. And what, oh, ooh, see, and the word talks about,
I know, man.
and I put your trust in, man. I see what you're doing. Man, golly.
So put your trust where it matters. Put your trust within yourself, man. You know.
That's it. That's it. That's it,
and
guys.
And do it, and just have that knowing that whatever you're setting your intentions, whatever goals you have, whatever dreams you have in this life, it's already yours. Because if it's here, it's yours. You have to mine it out of here. How do you mine it out of here? Intentions, decide, and action, and let go. You can't control everything. If that's the best way I can say anything. Could she control her situation that she had that I was telling you guys about this lady? No, she couldn't control that situation. Only thing that she can control is her reaction to it and how she's going to move forward. That's what she did. And she did the right thing. And now she's being rewarded for doing the right thing.
That's it.
And
Blessed by our obedience,
guys. Appreciation.
That's it. Bless. And you know, and I'm gonna coin my buddy Chesco. You know, one of his things is take ownership, take action, and take off. And
I like that.
That's his tagline, man. And I love it because
I like that. I like that very much so. Take ownership. Yes, because take ownership. Let's go through it. Take ownership. You're being accountable and you're being responsible.
Yes.
You're being accountable, saying, listen, I did have a part in this. You know, my soon to be ex, she don't take accountability. She thinks that she's right all the time. Can I control that? No, because that's her journey. Does that make sense? Only thing that I can control is what I control is me. So yes, I take responsibility. I may have some parts that I've dealt with it, and I take accountability for everything and every action that I've done in that. That absolves you and releases you from all that angst, all that other stuff that I wish I should have, could have had. No, it happened the way it was supposed to happen. And then, you know, taking that action is taking those steps, because when you decide, again, you're cutting off and you're allowing, but you know what it does to your confidence? Your confidence goes through the roof, because when you have anxiety, it's because you have already made those decisions in your mind and you just not haven't acted out.
That's it.
Boom. You have not acted them out. But once you act it out, you feel more confident. Now you're ready for the next step. And it builds as you go along. So what am I saying? You have to build those routines in order for you to flow and let go. And those routines start with that simple discipline, waking up and saying, man, I have another day here. That means I have purpose. So let me do one more thing better than I did yesterday. Not try to do everything. Just one more thing. I'll read one book today. I'll read one chapter in my book. I'll read one paragraph in my book, but just get started.
That's it. And, you know, I can't remember where I heard this from, but I've been telling everybody about it because I think it's also powerful, is that practice creates habit and habit creates culture. So you have to put those things into play.
And you do have to, but most people only practice and do things that you love, right? They only do it because, guess what? Basketball players love basketball. So they're going to only do what they love. So they're going to get really great at what they love. But sometimes you're going to have to do the things you don't want to do in order to go to that next level, in order for you to move forward. So, and life is not if everything feel good. Trust me, I know. I've been through the grind. Like him, I've been homeless. I've been to jail. I've been all over the whole spectrum. Right. I've been through everything. What makes me so resilient and so strong is me able to accept and move forward, and then understand this: no one's coming for you. No one's coming for you. Your parents are not coming for you. Your friends are not coming for you. Your family. No one's coming for you. This is you. This is your life. And when you think about it, this is your life. And we take these moments so fleeting.
Yes, we do.
And when you have those moments like you had being homeless or being in jail or being on those, you really learn and savor life and taste life for its preciousness.
And you can't say that better. I was telling someone just the other day, after everything that I've been through, for the first time in my life at this particular place, I wake up every day, not only with gratitude, but genuinely excited about the opportunities because I'm still here after all things that I've been through. And so to your point about that, and one thing that I also had that to work on that I deal with a lot of people with is that conviction makes you look forward while guilt makes you look back. And we have to get to a place where we can
Wow, that's deep. I like that.
Changing and about going forward. Yep. And not feel guilty about where we've been, because everybody's been through something. But
yes. Everybody's been through something. You'll be sitting there wishing that you had some shoes, and then you look over there and the guy's in a wheelchair, he has no feet. Everybody's been through something.
Bam. So
what are you going to do moving forward? That's what I say. I hate to be rude, but that's a so what. You know what I mean? Because if you meet with anyone and you start having that pity party with everyone, somebody's got a bigger story. Everyone's always got a bigger story, right?
Yes, that's it.
So that's my so what? So what? What are we doing now? What are you doing now? How are you moving forward now?
Right.
That's how I protect my circle. That's how I move forward in the things that I do. That's why my circle is so small, because I value my relationship with myself. I love myself so much that I'm not going to get into this stuff because I know it's not good for me. I love myself so much. This is all self-love, guys. And I'm learning this. I'm on a 2-year journey. That's why you see the beard. That's why you see the transformation. Because I'm learning that I love myself. And I'm not going to allow someone to dictate how I show up in this world.
Man, and you just reiterated a conversation that I had this morning. And that's really on time, really apropos.
Confirmation.
We talked about that, man. We talked about that specifically about valuing your time, valuing your energy, valuing yourself to the point that you are judicious and you do protect it with ferocity to ensure that things aren't polluting that space.
Yes. Mind, thoughts, spirit, your intentions, and then your actions, what you're doing, what you're putting in your body. You know what I mean? So there is one more thing that I was going to share with you. You just sparked something in me, and I was going to share that. It may come back around again, and it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. I always say I don't try to remember anything. If it flows, it just flows. It was meant to be. Right? It's just meant to be.
So, well, with that being said, I would love us to sit down and have another conversation, man. This has been a gem of a day, a gem of an opportunity, and I thank you again for being here.
Hey, thank you, man. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for providing me the platform to share with anybody. I truly appreciate and value our relationship, and I'll be the first one to say, you've always reached out to me and I've always reached out to you, but I don't think that, I was in the right spirit and in the right mindset based on my circumstances and what I was going on. Now everything has changed and shifted, and the transformation is going through. My new year is happening and everything has just been manifesting the way I've allowed it to flow. And I'm just so thankful and grateful. And I just want to personally go on right now and just say, look, I apologize, man. We're going to keep in touch more, man. We're going to do some wonderful things together, my friend. Definitely.
Certainly. So if you want to let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, very simple. It's on the shirt. Keyword Stretch Yourself. I tell you guys, just go out there. You can Google me, Stretch Yourself, one word. Out on Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. The brand is Stretch Yourself.
Terrific.
And you can go to my website, stretchyourself.org. I do have the special going on. It's on the front page. If you cannot wait, just go to stretchyourself.org, type it in, plug it in, and purchase the course. You will be contacted with me directly. I will set you guys up, so we'll have some great, wonderful Zoom meetings, and I love it. It's very engaging, very interactive, and we move the needle. It's kind of like playing football. You know how they move it? You gotta go 10 yards. We just want to go 1 yard. We just want to move the needle just a little bit, because if we move the needle by the end of this year, guess where that needle is going to be? Man, the trajectory is going to be crazy. So who wants to ride? If you want to ride with me, then let's get it. Thank you, Langley. I appreciate
you. Thank you, guys.
Very much so.
As always, guys, like, share, subscribe. You can check us out on Anchor. We are on YouTube, Casual Word for Anchor, or any of your podcast platforms, Casual Word Radio. Check us out. Don't forget, 60 Days of Casual Word is available to purchase on Amazon. Get yourself a copy of that men's devotional. Guys, listen, it's always a pleasure to have great people on. This has been just an absolute treat for me. I hope you guys and everybody who will watch this later on has the same feeling about this. So we're going to keep doing great stuff, guys, and we're going to keep giving you great content. But as always, let's change the way that we think so we can change the way that we live. And until next time, stay blessed.